Some new polls are shedding light on the state of play in the race for the White House as we get closer to Election Day. According to the latest Pew Research national poll, Hillary Clinton is holding a 6-point lead over Donald Trump, 46 to 40% in a 4-way survey. All 4 of the best-known candidates included. According to a new Quinnipiac University swing state poll, Trump edges Clinton in Georgia 44 to 43%. In Iowa, they are flat out tied, 44% each. In North Carolina, Clinton leads Trump by 4 points, 47 to 43%. And in Virginia, Clinton leads Trump by 12 points, 50 to 38%. Let's talk about the race with David Webb, Fox News contributor and host of the David Webb Show on Sirius XM Patriot. Rick Ungar is also with us, Democratic strategist, Forbes.com senior political contributor and co-host of Steele and Ungar on Sirius XM. So of those individual state races that we just talked about, any one of them stand out to you as a big surprise?
Well, I'll tell you, the things that I'm looking at right now, North Carolina, I think, is critical. There's no real path, I don't think, for Mr. Trump if he can't win that. But I'll tell you what they did not publish today. There is data out on what's happening in the suburbs of Philadelphia. I find that incredibly important. It appears that Hillary Clinton has a sizable lead in the early voting in those areas. Pennsylvania, to me, without Pennsylvania, there is no roadmap for Mr. Trump. I think that is going to be the critical state this time.
But you would expect the suburbs of Philadelphia to be a stronghold for Hillary Clinton. It's in the outlying areas of that very big state, the coal country, where Donald Trump is expected to do well.
Yeah, and as Philadelphia goes, that matters for Clinton. But then you go north, you go to Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Lehigh Valley, that's had an increase in population. Work your way out to Harrisburg, another town that went bankrupt, and out even around Pittsburgh. So you're talking about a battle in Pennsylvania. But I will say this about Georgia. Georgia tends to come home in the closing days of a race. I'm not as concerned about that. South Carolina closes for Trump. Carolina, North Carolina is a battle. Iowa's a surprise here. Iowa typically is going to lean to the Democrats, and that's a tight race. The polling in this race on the national level, that may trend 4 to 6 points in that range. But the battleground states and the changes in population and voters, I think that's where Hillary Clinton has serious concerns.
But the race has actually been getting tighter in the last week.
It has, the national numbers. But there's, some anomalies that are fascinating. It has gotten tighter with some of the better-known polls, but I never believed she was ahead 12 points. You know, I don't care what the ABC poll said. What I find interesting, the IBD poll, which has had it, close within a point or two. Today, for the first time, it's showing a +3 for Clinton. That's actually compelling because that's a 10-day rolling average of the same voters. I have to say, taking off any political hat, it's getting very hard for me to see how Trump pulls this off.
There are, though, undecided voters out there, which surprises me, frankly, because both of these candidates are so polarizing and so well known. But there are people who still have decided, have not decided how they're going to pull the lever or punch the button.
Yeah, and the fact is there is a hidden voting bloc out there that neither campaign can truly identify. That's where the energy comes into play and the voting, the electorate comes into play. There are people voting against candidates, not necessarily for a candidate, but there are a lot of people voting against the political class and voting against the failures of government over the years. They may see Clinton as a redux 1990, and they see Trump as a potential change agent. Those are factors that come in, and those are the undetermined factors.
I actually agree with that. I have come to agree that there is definitely a hidden Trump vote out there. The question is, how large is it? I don't think it's as large as some might think, but it's there.
Rick Ungar, David Webb, good to get you on. Last time we got covered up by a speech. So
great TV happened today.
Good to have you guys here. Thanks very much, Jenna.